Right now, something absolutely mind-bending is happening on the internet. People are taking old Mac Minis, turning them on, and just leaving them sitting in the corner of a room forever. And you might be wondering, why? Well, it's not to use as their main computer, but to run a single piece of autonomous software. They are literally hiring an AI employee that they can just text from anywhere in the world to do their work for them. Imagine being out for a walk, you get this brilliant idea for an app, you text it to the computer sitting back in your bedroom, and you come home to find that the feature is fully coded and autonomously deployed? Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're looking at how this technology is officially moving us from AI that just gives advice to AI that actually takes autonomous action. Here's our roadmap for today's Explainer. 1. The AI employee era. 2. ChatGPT versus Clawdbot. 3. Real-world automation examples. And 4. Setting up your AI bot. Okay, let's dive right into this. Part 1. The AI employee era. Moving right along to Part 2. ChatGPT vs Clawdbot. So we are crossing a massive threshold right now. We're no longer just interacting with a really helpful digital encyclopedia. We are delegating actual physical digital labor. Think about the friction of the AI tools we're used to. If you ask ChatGPT to, say, organize your desktop, what does it do? It's like, great idea. Step 1, create some folders. Step 2, move your screenshots, right? It gives you phenomenal advice, but you still have to go do the manual labor yourself. Clawdbot, which, by the way, is also known as Moldbot due to some recent updates, is completely different. It doesn't just give you advice, it actually grabs your files and moves them. It executes the task. Now, this fundamentally changes our relationship with the software. First off, it runs locally on your machine, so your private files aren't just being beamed to some random server in the cloud. Second, you literally just message it like a friend on WhatsApp or Telegram. Super easy. Third, it has persistent memory. So if you tell it once that you hate spam emails, it never forgets. But honestly, the most staggering feature is this very last point. If you ask it to do a task and it realizes it doesn't have the right tool for the job, no problem. It just autonomously builds one from scratch to get it done. No way, right? Let's look at what this actually looks like in Part 3, real-world automation examples. I know this all sounds a bit like science fiction, so let's look at the actual proof. We're going to escalate from some simple local file organization to incredibly complex multi-platform web tasks. Take a look at this exact text message that was sent via Telegram to the bot. The goal here was to organize a notoriously messy external hard drive called Core GSSD. We've all got one of these, right? It was just an absolute dumping ground for random video files, podcasts, tutorials, just a total mess. And get this, here is the brilliant result. Immediately, a permission pop-up appeared asking to access the drive. Once the user clicked allow, the bot actually scanned the contents of the videos, came back to Telegram with a full breakdown of the system junk and duplicate files, and proposed a really clean structure. The user simply texted back, yes. That's it. The bot went to work, and moments later, the drive was flawlessly organized into clean, numbered folders like 01, Clawdbot tutorial. It did the heavy lifting for you. But listen, it gets so much faster and way more complex. Look at this timeline. A user wanted to research and write a content script. They texted the bot the parameters. Without a single human click, the bot opened Chrome. In 2 minutes, it scraped to LinkedIn for viral hook patterns. By minute 5, it had navigated over to YouTube, opened a specific playlist, and analyzed the scripting patterns there. By minute 10, it jumped to Twitter, pulling all the trending news about Sam Altman and Anthropic. And by minute 13, it had merged all 3 of those sources into one final, fully researched script sitting right on the desktop. 13 minutes to do hours and hours of cross-platform research. It's a real game changer. And this next one brilliantly illustrates the most ambitious use case from our sources. The user instructed the bot to basically clone an Apple-style design for their startup's landing page, Growth School, and told the bot to build the whole thing using a coding platform called Replit. So, the bot opens apple.com, analyzes the layout, logs into Replit, and literally starts writing the code and setting up the file structure. Now, okay, it wasn't 100% perfect. The colors were initially a bit off, and some placeholder images were wrong. But what is absolutely staggering is that during the fix, the bot experienced what's called memory compaction. It basically had a brain freeze and lost its context mid-task. It paused and literally texted the user, "Hey, I lost context. Could you help me catch up?" The user just gently reminded it they were building a growth school landing page on Replit. The bot immediately picked the context right back up, jumped back into the code, and got the site 80% of the way to completion, still way faster than starting from scratch. Okay, let's bring it home with part 4, setting up your AI bot. I completely understand that the idea of installing autonomous command line software sounds intimidating, but it is actually quite straightforward. You just go to the Clawdbot site, copy a simple one-line code snippet, and paste it into the terminal on your Mac or Linux machine. Now, I do need to echo a massive warning from the source here. Because this tool is inherently so powerful and it can actively access your files, absolutely do not install this on your main laptop. Put it on a secondary computer that you don't use for important stuff. Once it's pasted in the terminal, you just use your keyboard arrow keys. Seriously, don't let the terminal interface scare you. Select Quick Start, choose the Anthropic model, and paste in your developer API key for Claude Opus 4.5. After that initial terminal setup, the system asks how you actually want to interact with your bot. You'll want to choose to open the web UI. This opens up a really clean, visually manageable gateway dashboard right in your browser. And this is where the magic happens. This is where you give your bot its superpowers. Instead of typing out complex lines of code, you just use this dashboard to install skills, giving it the ability to access your Notion workspace, manage your 1Password, handle voice calls, or even connect to WhatsApp. And the very last piece of the puzzle is pairing it with your phone so you can actually text it. Right there in that web UI dashboard, you just type Connect Telegram. The bot gives you the exact step-by-step instructions. You open up Telegram, message an account called @botfather to create your bot's custom name, take the token it gives you, paste it back into your dashboard, and then simply DM your brand new bot with a pairing code. Boom, you're linked. From this moment on, deploying this incredibly powerful AI employee is literally as simple as texting a friend. So, the absolute key takeaway here is this. The barrier to autonomous AI has completely vanished. The capability to have a machine do your physical, digital labor while you are totally away from the keyboard is here, it's free, and it runs locally on a spare machine. It brings up a fascinating reality that we are all going to have to face as this tech accelerates. Think about your own daily workflows. Think about the tedious cross-platform research, the endless file management. What is the very first task you are going to text your new AI employee while you're out enjoying dinner?